Hello everyone and welcome to Living in Florida. I am Lisa McBride. I'm a local real estate agent with Keller Williams Realty Select here in Sarasota and Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch area. So a couple years ago I took a leap of faith and moved to Florida, and I know many people always are considering what's it like to move to Florida. So I'm here to share my experience and to tell you a little bit of what it's like. So I've been through the good, the bad, and the ugly of moving to Florida, and hopefully this will help with your journey too. Be sure to just subscribe. I post content weekly about moving, living, and visiting Florida. Subscribe, don't forget to hit the bell button so that you'll be notified when new posts and videos are posted. So why move to Florida? I believe half of us have always had that fantasy of running away to a beach town and all their problems and stresses would just magically disappear. Oh, we can only wish for that, right? And everyone has a great story of how and why they are living in Florida. And warm weather is only half of the equation for some of us. For myself, I feel like it was a little bit of a fluke, to be honest with you. I was a little bit crazy, or I was a little courageous, and most likely a little bit of both. See, I've been in real estate throughout my entire career. I've helped many families and individuals move. And so, how hard could it be? I do work with people doing it all the time. Well, I've discovered one certainty is that moving sucks. It's hard. It is a lot of work. And make no mistake, it takes thought, it takes preparation, it takes money, it takes desire, and it takes a little bit of courage to make any kind of move. Now, moving to Florida has been an amazing adventure. I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity with my career to make this move. And here's a few things that I have discovered along the way. The weather is indeed wonderful, with over 240 days of sunshine. And even on those days that are not sunny, it actually feels like a nice little break to have a little bit of a rain shower. But the temps are close to 70 in the winter months, and occasionally they might drop down into the 50s, but really rare. My favorite month is April, because that's when it really warms up and our tourists are gone, and the beaches become a little less crowded, and it becomes our season, I feel like. So I love April and May. Now, summers, of course, are hot, but I don't know that they're any hotter than anywhere else that I've ever lived. And so that I've gotten really used to. I will say that the dog days of summer, August and September, they get a little tough, and our humidity is quite high. And so you do have to always think about that. Also in August and September, we have to think about hurricanes. And yes, hurricanes are going to be out there, and they're forecast and they're predicted, and we never know if they're coming. We just have to kind of be prepared. And so not worrying too much and just being prepared is what I could say about hurricanes. Also, they don't strike us every single year. They don't hit, Sarasota, Florida. They don't hit Florida. They don't hit a lot of places. So like any kind of inclement weather anywhere in the United States, you just have to be prepared. Now, I will say the one thing that I miss is fall, and the changes of the colors and the warm days and the cool nights. That is the one thing I miss. However, fall always leads into winter, and that I don't miss. So that is my first discovery. Now, my second discovery when moving here was how friendly everyone is, which is such a pleasant experience for me. As I've mentioned, many people move from outside of Florida, and they all have amazing experiences and stories, and they're willing to share them. They want to meet more people. They want to get involved. And so it is a very friendly community. But saying that, I do encourage people that they have to go out and really create their tribes and figure out who you want to be with. For me, I started by doing meetups, and I've met some of my dearest friends through meetups, and I've been so fortunate that I had that opportunity. And I've also started some of my own meetups and have connected with people with like-minded book clubs, tennis, things like that. So that part has been fun, but get out, it's very easy, and meet people. So recreational wise, we have whatever your hobbies may be, boating, gardening, golfing, we have it here. We have tons of marinas. We have over 90 golf courses, public and private. There's ample tennis courts, not to mention if you're a kayaker, a fisherman, jogger, lots of paths. I like to say that Florida is kind of a fountain of youth because we're outside active so often that we're mentally and physically just helping with our aging process. And so I think even though, yes, Florida is a little bit older population, I believe that we're staying young. One of the other things that really surprised me was how different every beach was. So whether you're at the tip of Anna Marie Island or you're down in Siesta Key or on Venice Beach, they all feel a little bit different. And I have a whole video on what the beaches are like. So don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell button, and you can find out about the beaches. Now, another thing that kind of surprised me was how many pop-up rainstorms we have and how many lightning strikes. But it's so short-lived, so don't ever change your plans because you never know, it could rain for 10 minutes and be gone. Another happy discovery for me is all the birds and the water birds and the wildlife that we have here. And I surprisingly have become quite a bird watcher and love seeing the egrets and the ibis and the sandhill cranes. So it's just it's really, really a nice experience, and I think you'll enjoy that. So what have I discovered that I don't think is quite as pleasant? Well, many people do come to Florida solely for weather, but there's a lot that don't. Some come here because of family members, parents, grandparents, siblings, etc. And as friendly and wonderful as it is, if you don't have close family here, there are times that it does become difficult, and it has for me, as I did not know anyone moving here. I've spent a lot of time and money going to visit family, and luckily I have that opportunity, but not being close to family is definitely one thing that has taken a toll. The other thing is our traffic, and specifically January through March, our traffic is a little nuts. There's a lot of cars on the road. There's a lot of people that don't know where they're going, so you have to be a little bit careful that time. Not surprising though, one of our other things was the amount of alligators. So, like, you always have to be prepared for alligators. Not that you're going to see them on a regular basis, but it's just one of those things that we have alligators in Florida, and you need to kind of watch for those. And if you live anywhere close to a lake or a pond or anything, you might see an alligator. So even though I'm in housing, and I've always been in housing, getting used to the Florida real estate market has really been, it's taken me a little time. Now, I can tell you anything about Florida real estate or Sarasota real estate at this point, so be sure to subscribe and ask questions and let me know if there's anything that I can answer when it comes to housing. For instance, the biggest shock to me was that we do have thousands of subdivisions, and they're all named, and there's big ones and there's small ones. There's HOAs, there's villas, there's condos. There's just such a nice variety here, but it's not a cheap place to live, so we need to kind of be prepared for that when you're moving to Sarasota. The average home price is about $367. It is going up during this time, so for more information on the housing market, be sure to subscribe. I have videos on the Sarasota and Manatee Counties housing, and so anything you have, or if you have questions, please put it in the comments below and I will get back to you. So overall, my impression of Florida is fantastic. It's pleasant, it's friendly, it's warm, it's sunny, it's vibrant, it's youthful, and it's inclusive. It's a lot of things, and it's what I needed, and I'm sure that many other people need the same thing. But if you're thinking or considering making a move and you have questions, I am happy to answer them. I've been there, I've done that, I've walked down that road. Some of it really pretty and some of it not so much. So let me know how I can help, and remember to keep watching for other videos regarding living in Sarasota.